Okay, let's break down these two massive shifts in thinking. They totally changed the direction of the conversation and pushed these kinds of specific end times questions way onto the back burner.
So the first big change was all about the millennium. You know, that 1,000-year reign of Christ that's mentioned in the book of Revelation. Now, a lot of the early church fathers were what we'd call premillennial. They expected a literal future kingdom right here on earth. But over time, that view started to fall out of favor. The real turning point came with one of the most influential thinkers in Western history, Augustine. He made the case that the millennium wasn't some literal future kingdom, but was actually symbolic of the current church age. This view is called amillennialism, and it pretty much became the dominant perspective for centuries to come.
And you can see how that changes things, right? If the millennium is happening now, symbolically, then that urgent need to map out a super detailed literal future timeline with a tribulation and a specific rapture event, it just kind of fades away. Those questions just weren't at the top of the list for the medieval church.
Now, the second shift was just as crucial, and this one is all about how people were actually reading prophetic books like Daniel and Revelation.
You see, for hundreds of years, the most common way to read these books was with what's called a historicist view. People saw prophecy as a symbolic map of all of church history, from the past right up to their present. But to build a detailed system like the Pre-Trib Rapture, you really need a futurist view, where you see these prophecies describing specific, literal events that haven't even happened yet.
So you see the issue here? The puzzle pieces were all there on the table. This idea of a catching away, a future tribulation, a coming kingdom, but the instruction manual, the framework you'd need to actually assemble them into the picture we recognize today, it just didn't exist yet. Well, not until the 1800s anyway.